Now is the time to seize the day. Now is the time to seize the day. Stand on the call and join the fray. Stand on the call and join the fray. Wrongs will be righted if we're united. Let us seize the day. Friends of the friendless, seize the day. Raise up the torch and light the way. Proud and defiant, we'll slay the giant. Let us seize the day. Neighbor to neighbor, father to son. One for all and all for one. Open the gates and seize the day. Don't be afraid and don't delay. Nothing can break us, no one can make us give our rights away. Neighbor to neighbor, father to son. One for all and all for one. Neighbor to neighbor, father to son. One for all and all for one. One for all for one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today? Awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm so happy to welcome you to our 4th annual musical theater camp show at Tabor College. My name is Maddie Kemling, and I have had the absolute pleasure of being the camp director this week. I just want you to know that you guys should be so proud of your young people because they are so incredibly talented. Can we have another round of applause for them really quick? Yeah. They are absolutely amazing. They are beautiful gems, and I'm so happy to know them. I just want to take a minute to talk about our theme first, and I want to point out our set. Point. Do you get it? Our theme this week is something to point to, which you can see by our arrows. We've talked about this theme throughout the week in our devotionals, in our small groups, and even in our workshops. And it culminated with our campers picking out there's something to point to in their life, something that's meaningful, something that God has placed on their hearts that's in their special plan and purpose. Our something to point to can be something that we might look forward to when we grow up. And with that, our next song is When I Grow Up from the musical Matilda, featuring Marin, Emily, and Belle, and Mia.
When I grow up, I'll be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night. And when I wake up, when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown-up. When I grow up,
Just because you're not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on your chin and wear it, nothing will change.
when I grow up,
Just because I find myself in this story, it doesn't mean that everything is written for me.
If we think the ending is fixed already, we might as well be saying we think that it's okay. But that's not right.
Something that we might want when we grow up is to get married. As of this week, I have been married for 5 months, and I've been blessed with an incredible husband. But these past 5 months have been full of some conflict. By next month, we will have moved, bought a house, and started a new job. So if you can imagine, that causes a little bit of stress. Marriage is a great thing, but I know that it can't be my something to point to unless Jesus is at the center. In fact, life can get a little tricky when it comes to relationships. Next up, we have I Know It's Today from Shrek the Musical with Jasmine, Talon, and Caroline.
There's a princess in a tower. My oh my, that's just like me. Poor Rapunzel needs a haircut, but the witch won't set her free. She passes time by singing like someone else I know. As years go by, she sits and waits. As years go by? Uh-oh. A torturous existence. I don't remember this part. She wishes she were dead. Skip ahead, skip ahead. But in the end, Rapunzel finds a millionaire. The prince is good at climbing and braiding golden hair. So I know he'll appear, 'cause there are rules and there are strictures. I believe the storybooks I read by candlelight. My white knight and steed will look just like these pictures. It won't be long now, I guarantee. Day number 23. I know it's today. I know it's today.
Oh, great. Here's another one. Goody. There's a princess in a coma. Glad it's her instead of me. Pretty maiden in a glass box. How I wonder, does she pee? Blah, 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 blah. Poison apple, boring, boring. Evil queen. Filler been there, read that 7 shorties on the scene. Skip ahead, skip ahead. But in the end, the princess wakes up with a start. The prince is good at kissing and melting Snow White's heart. But I know he'll appear and his armor will be blinding, as shiny as his perfect teeth and manly hose. He'll propose on one knee, and the prenup will be binding. It won't be long now, I guarantee. Day number 958. I know it's today. He'll show up today.
There's a princess, any princess. Take your pick, they're all like me. Not exactly, I'm still waiting. They're out living happily ever after. Better get here, I want love in seconds flats. No one needs these
little bits. Whoops, did I do that? Cut the villains, cut the vandals, cut this fairy tale, cut the peril and the pitfalls, cut the puppet and the whale, cut the monsters, cut the curses, keep the intro, cut the verses, and the wording, the wording, the wording, the wording, the wording. But I know he'll appear, though I seem a bit bipolar. And I'm a vandal now as well. Hope you won't mind. I'm a find, I'm a catch, and a very gifted bowler. It won't be long now, I guarantee. Day number. Are you there, God? It's me, Fiona. It's me, Fiona. Now I know he'll appear, 'cause there are rules and there are restrictions. I believe the storybooks I read by candlelight. My white knight, my knight in his teeth will look just like these pictures. It won't be long now, I guarantee. Day number 23, number 19, day number 8,423.
I know it's today.
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 Did you see the bride? She looks so perfect.
I know, don't you hate her?
Hate her. She's so happy. She turns around and she meets his gaze. The lights are dim, there's a smoky haze. They share a smile, the secret wave. It's a moment built to save. They start to move across the floor. The room is frozen, wanting more. The happy couple on display, with nothing standing in their way. It's so romantic, I could die right here and now. I know it's gonna be that way. I know somehow, someday when it's me, I'll know our love was meant to be. Not a single complication or cause for hesitation. Someday when the dream is coming true, all you'll need is me, and all I need is you.
Don't take things that don't belong to you.
Okay. They stop and pose for a photograph. He jokes around just to make her laugh. The handful, but they're all alone. They share a language all their own. And I'm so jealous, I could cry, and yet I know it won't be long before you say we're good to go. Someday when it's me, I'll know our love was meant to be. Not a single complication or cause for hesitation. Someday when the dream is coming true.
Like I said, relationships can be complicated. I don't know about anyone out there, but I have experienced some conflict in friendship too. It's not fun and it's not comfortable, but the beauty of that can be overcoming difficulties and appreciating our differences. Besides, life would be really boring if we were all the same.
This is living, this is what I call living. I've hungered for this day since heaven knows when, year after year with a secret yen. All of my prayers, all my desires, every waking moment with my heart afire. Give me the meat. Without the gravy, I'll take the oyster, sans the pearl. Pinching pennies, clipping coupons, see a brand new world unfurl. Let me brown bag all my lunches, try my hand at canned cuisine. A Berlitz class I long to pass. How the other half lives. No 14-karat cronies, phonies, fair weather friends. I want 10 on the dual mate, soulmate, stormy weather friends. Pour me the milk, but hold the honey. Bring on those funny money woes. Paying Paul by robbing Peter. Lay away to buy my clothes. Summer on the Isle of Coney, winter in Hell's Kitchenette. I'll turn my dial to rank and file. How the other half lives. Poor, not me, honey, I don't want those money woes. Oh, Mary, Paul, or Dave, Rob, or Peter, so I can buy my clothes at Saks, Fifth Avenue. Fort Worth, the privileged few, plus a you-know-who. How the other half lives. I'm on the way down, well, I'm on the way up. Good thing we met in the middle. Pour me the milk, not me, the honey, I don't want those funny money woes. Oh, Mary, Paul, paying Paul, Rob, or Peter, so I can buy my clothes at Saks. Summer on Fifth Avenue, winter in Hell's Kitchenette, a wild sojourn, so I can learn living like the other half.
Although we may count on our friends, our significant other, or our jobs to make us happy or give our life purpose, that doesn't always happen. When we need clarity, we need to get closer to God. We need to go up the ladder to the roof.
Come with me, and we shall run across the sky and illuminate the night. Oh, I will try to guide you to better times and brighter days. Don't be afraid to come up the ladder to the roof, where we can see heaven much better. Come up the ladder to the roof, where we can be. Shall that expression sing? Keep it on in our Can't you hear it ringing? Memories of yesterday's broken dreams. Don't you know they'll all fade away? I know it's time to come up the ladder to the roof, where we can see heaven much better. Come up the ladder to the roof, where we can be.
I'll tell you the story of love, how it is lives in the happiness in it, baby.
We'll combine our thoughts and together we will travel the road to the fountain of loveliness.
I will never, ever, ever leave you alone to wander. As we understand our love, it'll grow much stronger and stronger. Yeah, go up the ladder to the roof where we can see heaven much better. Come up the ladder to the roof. We can't be. Come up the ladder to the roof where we can see heaven much better. Come up the ladder to the roof. We can be closer to heaven. Go up the ladder to the roof.
Although our jobs won't always make us happy, sometimes our something to point to includes a certain kind of work. When we feel a calling towards work, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like passion, and that glorifies God. Next up, we have A Very Good Day featuring Ellie and Emma L.
He had a very good day today. We went down to the senior center just a mile away. Some days he only wants to stay at home, but on Tuesdays they play music and they dance. You should have seen him dance. They were playing Spanish music. He's a hem. He likes to make the nurses smile. Some days he can't remember who I am, but today he was lucid for a little while. Through it all, I take his pulse, I change his clothes. Where are his children? Heaven knows. It doesn't pay much, but I get through because I do the work that no one else will do.
She had a very good day today. She went to a nearby park where she likes to play. She's only 5, but she can do it all. And today we took her scooter for a ride. You should have seen her glide. And I was terrified. I spent the afternoon just running by her side. Her parents work late, took her home. Her parents work late, but I tuck her in each night. And I sing Mahakita, Manamahakita, Mahana Mahakita, till she's asleep. She says, I love you, and I love her too, while I do all the work her mother doesn't do.
I have a family of my own.
I have a daughter,
I spend whatever I can spend
with no one singing her to sleep.
And sometimes I close my eyes and imagine I am there.
Mahakita,
Duérmete,
Manamahakita.
hasta la madrugada, duérmete. Mahakita.
Had a very good day
Manama
today.
Mahakita.
We went down to the senior center just to smile at her.
One day my dreams are gonna all come true. For now I do what no one wants to do.
For now I do what no one wants to do.
Complaining is easy, right? Yeah, it is so much easier than being grateful. It's easy to complain about what we do, what we wear, the things we own, and I even fall into the trap of complaining about my purpose and comparing myself to others. These next few songs give both perspectives. Choose wisely.
When you feel sad or under a curse, your life is bad, your prospects are worse, your wife is sighing, crying, and your olive tree is dying. Temples are graying and teeth are decaying and creditors weighing your purse. Your mood and your robe are both a deep blue. You bet that Job had nothing on you. Don't forget that when you get to heaven, you'll be blessed. Yes, it's all for the best.
Some men are born to live at ease, doing what they please. Richer than the bees are in honey. Never growing old, never feeling cold, pulling pots of gold from thin air. The best in every town, best at shaking down, best at making mountains of money. They can't take it with them, but what do they care? They get the center of the meat, cushions on the seat, houses on the street where it's sunny. Summers at the sea, winters warm and free, all of this and we get the rest. But who is the land for, the sun and the sand for? You guessed, it's all for the best.
When you feel sad or under a curse, your life is bad.
Never growing old, never feeling
Your
cold, pulling
prospects
pots
are
of gold
worse.
from thin air.
Your wife
The
is
best in every
sighing,
town, best at shaking
crying,
down, best at making
and
mountains
your
of
olive tree is
money.
dying.
They can't
Temples
take
graying
it
and
with
teeth are
them,
decaying
but
and
what
creditors
do they
weighing
care?
your purse.
They
Your mood
get
and
the
your
center of
robe
the meat, cushions on the
are
seat,
both
houses
deep
on the
blue.
street where it's sunny.
You bet that Job
Summers at the sea, winters warm and
has
free,
nothing
all of
on
this and we
you.
get the rest.
Don't forget
But
that
who
when
is
you
the land
get
for,
to
the sun
heaven,
and the
you'll be
sand for?
blessed.
You guessed,
Yes, it's all for the best.
Some men are born
sad
to live at ease, doing what they please.
or under a
and the bees
curse.
are in honey.
Your life is bad.
Never growing old, never feeling
Your
cold, pulling
prospects
pots of
are
gold
worse.
from thin air.
Your wife
The
is
best in every
sighing,
town, best at shaking down, best at making
crying, and your
mountains of
olive tree is
money.
dying.
They can't
Temples are
take it
graying and
with
teeth are
them,
decaying
but
and
what
creditors
do
weighing
they
your
care?
purse, your
They
mood
get
and
the
your
center of
robe.
the meat, cushions on the
Are
seat,
both
houses
deep
on the
blue.
street where it's sunny.
You bet that Job
Summers at the sea, winters warm and free,
has
all
nothing
of
on
this
you.
and we get the rest.
Don't forget
But
that
who
when
is the
you
land
get
for,
to
the sun
heaven,
and the
you'll be
sand
blessed.
for? You guessed,
Yes,
it's all for the.
You must never be distressed.
Yes,
It's all for the. All your wrongs will be redressed.
Yes,
It's all for the.
Someone's got to be oppressed.
Yes, it's all for the best.
it's only me and you, all alone for the first time. Isn't it sublime? With no one telling us what to do, what'll we do? We don't have much time to dance in the spotlight, so I'm gonna treasure this Emma and Katie duet. And now may be the only chance I get tonight to enjoy the pleasure of this invisible cigarette. Ow! Ow! Secondary characters are singing a song while the stars are snacking off stage. It was their idea to bring us along, and now we're hijacking this page of the script. We're equipped to steer the ship till the trippy skin ends, and by the end of this song, we'll be best friends. I want to apologize for any weirdness, me too. It can be really scary being the new kid, I bet. I bet you bet. I do. I bet. And I also want to say that after all we've been through, I'm so glad we met. I feel the same way, baby. The secondary characters are calling the shots while the guys are being stored in the wings. We've been left in charge of it all the plots unfolding like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It'll be you and me till the very end. And like Frodo and Samwise, you'll be my best friend. My best friend. Sing! Okay! My best friend. Emma and Katie and Emma and Katie and Emma and Katie. Emma! Katie! Dream on! Dream on! Dream on! I thought I was supposed to end!
That was fun, wasn't it? Instead of getting bogged down with all the little things in life, I want to remember God's plan and purpose for my life. Sometimes we all need a reminder that we aren't secondary characters in God's story. Just like Emma and Katie discovered, there's so much joy into stepping into our purpose, our something to point to. Our something to point to is the thing that sets our soul on fire, the thing that God placed specifically in our hearts for a purpose. Next up, we have a song that is a great example of this. We have Me in the Sky from Come From Away, featuring Kalia, Scarlett, and Hope.
My parents must have thought they had a crazy kid, 'cause I was one of those kids who always knew what I wanted. They took me down to the airport to see all the planes depart, and watching them fly, something inside of me was started. I was 8 when I told them that I'd be a pilot, but I was too young and too short, and there were no female captains. And my dad said, be patient. He said, just see what happens. But I took my first lesson, came down from the sky, and told my father I'd fly for the rest of my life.
And I got my first job flying for a mortician in a tiny Bonanza, just a corpse in me. $5 an hour for flying dead bodies. I had to climb over their faces just to get to my seat. And suddenly the wheels lift off, the ground is falling backwards. I am suddenly alive.
Suddenly I'm in the cockpit.
Suddenly everything's changed. Suddenly I'm not too young or
too short, and the passengers in the back don't complain. Suddenly I'm flying company charters, and suddenly everything's high. Suddenly there's nothing in between me and the sky. American Airlines had the prettiest planes, so I applied as a flight engineer. But the World War II pilots, they all complained. They said girls shouldn't be in the cockpit. Hey lady, hey baby, hey, why don't you grab us a drink? And the flight attendants weren't my friends back then, and they said, are you better than us, do you think? But I kept getting hired, and the World War II crew, they retired, and the girls all thought much higher of me. 1986, the first female American captain in history. Now suddenly I'm in the cockpit. Suddenly I've got my wings. Suddenly all of those pilots protesting me while they can get their own drinks. Suddenly there's no one saying stay grounded, looking down, passing them by. Suddenly there's nothing in between me and the sky. Suddenly I've got an all-female crew. The news caught and made headlines across the world. Suddenly it stops. No one's saying you can't or you won't, or you know you're not anything 'cause you're a girl. Suddenly I'm getting married, and we're putting pins on a map where we've flown. Suddenly I am a mother, and suddenly shocked at how much they've grown. Suddenly I'm wondering how my parents would feel seeing me teaching men to be pilots. 'Cause suddenly I am a senior instructor, and somehow I'm 51. Suddenly I'm flying Paris to Dallas, across the Atlantic and feeling calm. And suddenly someone on air-to-air traffic says at 8:46 there's been a terrorist action, and the one thing I loved more than anything was used as a bomb. Suddenly I'm in a hotel. Suddenly something has died. Suddenly there's something in between me and the sky. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason and teach us something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Well, who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you. I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime, but
let me say before we part, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for.
But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit, agitated
By a wind off the
like a stream that meets a
like
boulder,
a seed dropped by a bird
halfway
in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better.
because I knew you.
Because I knew you. Because I know you. I have been changed for good.
My life has been changed for the good because I know these campers. But more importantly, my life has been changed for the good because I know Jesus and because he's in my life. God gives each of you a dream, sometimes a million dreams, and he has a special plan just for you. He's going to use that plan to bring you closer to him, closer to others, and to make the world a better place.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we designed. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy.
They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see.
To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams, I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
I hope by this point that you've been able to think about your something to point to. Whether it's your job, your family, or your friendships, I'm praying that the Lord uses it for his glory and that Jesus is at the center of it all. This week, we spent time talking about first impressions, past experiences, and future goals. I want you to know that no matter who you are, no matter what you've done, and no matter what your future looks like, Jesus has a special plan and purpose for each and every one of you. I want you to know that you are loved, cared for, and looked after. At the end of the day, I want you to know that you will always have something to point to because you have Jesus.
You know what I'd like? I'd like to see a building. Say, the Sears Tower. I'd like to see along the bottom of it a foot-wide strip with the names of all the people who've ever worked in or on that building. All the names. So that a guy could walk by, take his kid and say,
See that building? I was the one who did the design.
And I was the one who drafted the plans.
Every detail and every line. See that building? I ran the crane that lifted the beam.
I was the guy who worked up above.
Look at those bricks are mine. Every detail and every line. See that building? Look how my door hangs in the frame. See that building? 40 flights up, I scratched my name.
the floors and I clean them good.
People don't know my job is hard.
See that building? 5 days a week I work at a desk.
I do the books, I handle the mail. 9 on the dot, I punch my card.
See that window
Up by the ledge, from the top.
See that window
Down from the left.
1, 2, 3, stop.
That's where I work.
Everyone should have something to point to, something to be proud of.
Look what I did.
See what I've done.
I did the job.
I was the one.
Everyone should have something to point to, something to be tall in the crowd. Proud. See that building day after day after day after day. That's where I put myself on the line. That's where I sweat to earn my pay. See that building.
My life.
Where I can bring my kids and say, see that building. The lumber was cut, decisions are made. See that building. The windows are washed, the sidewalks are made, the pillows are tied, the carpet was laid, the records are kept, the office is run, the coffee is sold, the digging was done, the building was built for all eyes to see.
Thank you everyone for coming. I wanted to say a big thank you to our camp runners, Maddie Kemling and Betsy George. They did such an amazing job. They had such big shoes to fill this year, and we are so grateful for them, and we love them so much.